What's going on, everybody? It's Caveman here, and bringing you a little bit of an update. So, as you can see, let me just turn the camera here. I am back at a hotel, but not for the reason you think. So, I am no longer with Western Express. I was there for about a month and a half. I can't really say anything good or bad about them. I mean, I didn't really have a chance to see what they were about. The only thing I can say is when I was on my trainer's truck, they did keep us moving, but I guess that's just because I was with a trainer, and they keep trainer's trucks moving. I think I was in my own truck for about 4 days. Yeah, 4 days before I quit. It's a long story, and you're about to hear it. So, August 21st was the week of orientation. So I was watching ESPN there. But like I said, August 21st is when I got my hire packet. So between that time I got my hire packet on a Friday. The following Friday following Tuesday. Well, no. Rewind. August 21st was a Friday, got my hiring packet. A week went by, still not a trainer. So I called the seating lady on Friday, the next Friday, and asked her what the deal was on a trainer. She's like, well, they'll get to you when they get to you. So finally, later on that Friday, they called me and said, hey, we have a trainer for you. Called my trainer, and he said, hey, it won't be until Tuesday because that Monday was Labor Day. So I had to wait, and let me mute this. There we go. Hopefully they can hear me. But, yeah, so a week goes by, no trainer. Get a call Friday saying I have a trainer. So they gave me his number and whatnot. I call him on Friday, and he's like, yeah, I'm going home now. I won't be there until probably Tuesday because Labor Day was Monday. So, he wasn't working that day. So finally, Tuesday, I can't tell you the date, whatever day comes after Labor Day. I get on a trainer's truck for 2 weeks. And I get off on a trainer's truck Friday. I test out to be eligible to get my own truck on that same Friday. Go to the hotel room for the weekend, sorry. Wait Monday, and then Tuesday, I get a call about, hey, we have a truck for you, it's down in Atlanta. So later on that day, Tuesday, it was Tuesday at 6, my bus left from Allentown, PA, all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. It was about a day and a half ride. Got there Wednesday night. Got to my truck Thursday morning. Now this, like I said, the truck itself is not a representation of Western Express, but it kind of is because they should have took better care of it before handing it off to another driver. So the first thing is, the thing had ants. I don't know if that's from where it was sitting. It was often not in the bushes, but in the back lot where they put all the trucks they, I guess, go through. But anyways, there was ants in it, and later on that night when I got into it, figured out there's bed bugs in it. Now, mind you, it's been a month since I've been home. My wife's pregnant. It's been a month I've been home. I told him, hey, I need to get home this weekend. I need to get some stuff. And I told him about the bed bugs. They're like, well, come to a terminal, and we'll take care of it. We'll put you up in a hotel. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just go home, take care of it myself. So I go home that Friday, in which I figured it was unauthorized. They were going to charge me for fuel and the miles. And I figured that going in. So I get home Friday, clean out the truck, bomb it. Bed bugs are done for. Whatnot. So Monday comes around, I get to the truck, put all my stuff in. I get messages from my DM. Now, mind you, I told him last week, Thursday, I was like, hey, I need to be home next Friday for a baby shower. Because, like I said, my wife's pregnant and we had our baby shower. So he's like, well, I can't guarantee home time on Fridays. Yada, yada, yada. I go home anyways on Friday. Monday, he messaged me that, hey, you're getting charged for the fuel and the mileage that you drove from Nashville, Tennessee to Ohio. I was all right, that's cool. I figured that. Let's just get me working. But then I was like, oh, hey, by the way, to remind you, I had that baby shower on Saturday. I need to get home by Friday night. And this is where the straw broke the camel's back, because I spent 4 years in the military, got disrespected, but I anticipated it. So I knew I was going to get, made fun of. I knew I was going to, made to do push-ups and dumb stuff for no reason. So, like, that kind of disrespect, I got it. Whatever, it's the military. Monday, I call him and say, hey, I got that baby shower on Saturday. I need to get home by Friday night. And this is where he says, no. I have to teach you a lesson for going home unauthorized. So I'm going to teach you a lesson by keeping you out. Now, mind you, I'm in the car with my wife right next to the truck. I was like, you're going to what now? And he's like, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And, honestly, me and my wife were in disbelief. Those words just came out of his mouth. But they did. He repeated it twice. And I was like, oh, you're going to teach me a lesson, huh? I was like, when did you become a daddy? And he's like, oh, I'm not your daddy. He's like, but I can control you. So at this point, I went from 0 to seeing red. I was mad. I was angry. And I was like, okay, well, I'm turning the truck in Nashville. You better not be there when I get there. He's like, no, pick up a load and bring it down to Nashville. It's all right, fine, whatever. Give me a load, and I'll come down to Nashville. I'll turn in the keys and shove them up your ass. So we got off the phone. About an hour goes by. He's like, hey, go pick up. Oh, and by the way, I deadheaded home from Nashville to Ohio without a trailer. So that was another big thing. I really didn't care. I was going home regardless, like I told him. And so anyways, he sent me a trailer to go pick up. I can't remember where it was. It was up northwest Ohio. I can't for the life of me remember where it was. But I go there to pick up a trailer, and of course, there's no trailer there. I asked the guy, and he's like, yeah, another driver came by a few hours ago and picked it up. So I messaged him with, hey, the trailer's not here anymore. And he's all right, stand by. So at this point, I'm done. I'm not driving for them anymore. So I messaged him, I was like, nope. I was like, I'm done waiting. I'm taking the truck to Nashville now. And that's all I sent him. He sent me back. He's all right, well, you're going to charge for more fuel and miles, and you won't get a paycheck this week. Which, I already knew I wasn't getting a paycheck in the first place because I didn't work last week, so I wasn't getting one regardless. So, luckily my dad, he's a truck driver. He was driving up from Oklahoma City, and he's like, well, and I was calling him, telling him what happened. And he's all right. He's like, well, I'll shoot across 40 there and drive by Nashville, pick you up, and you can turn your truck in. And it just so happened to work out. We met there within a half hour of each other. I got there 25 minutes before he did. Got all my stuff out of the truck, went inside the building where the DMs are, and asked for my DM because he was there. It was the middle of the day. It was probably 9 in the morning, so he was in. Took him about 30 minutes to get up to the desk for some reason. I'm not sure why. He gets up there. He's like, oh, hey, man, what's going on? And I was like, oh, so now you want to act all nice and proper when I'm 3 feet in front of you. 3 feet in front of you. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, so what about that lesson you were going to teach me? He was like, he said, there is no lesson to teach you. What are you talking about? I said, oh, yeah. Of course there's nothing to talk about now. I was like, well, here's the keys to your shit truck and go shove them up your ass. And he's like, excuse me? I was like, go fuck yourself. And walked out. Do I regret doing that? Absolutely not. So, for any of you guys that are going to Western, like I said, I can't say if they're bad or good, because I really didn't have an experience with them solo. On the trainer's truck, flatbed, they kept us moving, so, there's not much to complain about there, 'cause that's what you want when you're trucking. Is to keep moving. and not stop and get home on the weekends like they promise. Well, not promise, but they say. So, the only real bad part about Western is their DMs. I don't know what they tell their DMs in training, but their DMs think they control you, they control where that truck goes, and they don't. So if you're a new driver going to Western, do not let those DMs dictate what you do and what you don't do. If you want to go home and they're like, hey, go pick up the load 400 miles away, don't pick up that load, go home. Especially if it's a Friday or even a Saturday, go home. Especially if they say, hey, yeah, we'll get you home every weekend. You gotta, I don't want to say put the DMs in their place, but you kind of do. Because if not, my DM was Chuck Bassham, so if he watches this, fuck you. And don't let those DMs push you around. Don't let them, don't let them get a big head, is all I can say. I think my DM had a huge head to begin with. And, yeah, like I said, my jaw dropped when he said I had to teach you a lesson. Mind you, I've never heard those words since I was like 7, 8 maybe. And that's because I done something really, really stupid, as a kid does. So it was, that's what made me quit Western. Because I'm not going to tolerate being disrespected like that by anyone. Whether it's DM or if it's, I don't even care if it's the owner of the company. He's not going to disrespect me like that, and they shouldn't get away with disrespecting drivers in general like that. So, like I said, that's why I quit. Whether it's a good or bad company, I can't really say. Because solo, I didn't make a paycheck. I was only in my own truck for about 3 days. Thursday, Friday, and then that Monday it took me to drive, Monday and then Tuesday morning. But, if you have any questions about, what Western does, how they do it, I can maybe answer it. But like I said, I don't have too much solo experience, because the way my week turned out, I got to my truck Thursday morning, drove up to Nashville to get, because on my way up to Nashville, I got pulled in for a level 1 inspection, passed it. He didn't make a remark about my about one of my airbags leaking air. It wasn't a citation or anything, but he didn't note it. So I had to get it fixed. And I spent a day and a half up in Nashville waiting to get my truck fixed. And then once I got in, it took literally 15 minutes to fix it, and then I was out the door. And so that kind of catapulted into having a kind of crap weekend. And I told my dispatcher, hey, I need to get home, I need to get some stuff for the truck. And he didn't try. He didn't try to put me on an empty and let me just deadhead home. Which, I get it why he didn't, but, I wanted to go home, and I went home. So, I think I'm going to wrap up the video. It's gone on 13 and a half minutes now. But, like I said, if you're a new driver going to Western, don't take this as a bashing on Western. Take this as a bashing on their DMs, because the one DM I had sucked. Don't let them push you around. Don't let them bully you. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And if you do join Western, good luck. Make the best of it. And another thing I could say, actually, is if you're working at Western, give a damn about the equipment, especially the trailers. Even when I was with my trainer, we had, every single trailer had something wrong. Missing mud flaps, just junk trailers, whether they be old. But the way I've seen some guys hook up to some of the Western trailers is ridiculous. Like, they don't care. And that's got to change. And Western, I guess, doesn't give you a whole lot to care about, but it does make your life easier, and it'll make the next driver's life a lot easier if you treat the equipment, right, and, don't manhandle it. I watched a guy back into his trailer, hooking up to a trailer at 15 miles an hour. He probably could have snapped the kingpin off of the trailer if he wanted to. But, yeah, that's another thing about Western is a lot of the drivers just do not care. So they just treat their equipment like garbage. and eventually you get it and it's garbage, and you're like, why the garbage? So that's another thing. Just make sure when you do pick up trailers, pre-trip them, make sure everything's right on them. And if you do hook up their trailer, get down the road and something's wrong with it, get it fixed. Don't put it off onto the next driver. That just screws everyone. So, alright, now that's all I'm going to say. Video is 15.5 minutes long. So, like I said, if you go to Western, good luck. Don't let the BMs push you around. And be safe out there. So, have a good one.